And today is no ordinary day. It is Provider Appreciation Day. So we are so excited to be spending this time with you and our amazing and passionate and unstoppable family child care educators. So thank you all for all that you do to nurture our children, support our families, and build stronger communities every single day. And today's virtual celebration is rooted in our theme. It's rooted in care, rising in strength. It's about honoring our resilience, your wellness, and your power. So grab a cup of something cozy, settle in, and let's celebrate you all. So we're going to go right on into, let's meet some of our panelists and the educators. Basically, what we want to do during this time is we're going to celebrate our incredible educators, not just as family child care heroes, but as the amazing individuals they truly are. So let's get to know them. So if I can, for each one of the panelists, if you all could share your name, the state that you're in, how long you've been in family child care, NAFCC leadership role, and a fun fact about yourself. So I got a couple ideas that I can share with you all, just to kind of get us started, get those creative juices flowing. One of those is, what's a fun or surprising talent that you have? Or if you could teleport anywhere today, where would it go? I know where I would be, probably on someone's lake side or something, but definitely not in the office, but somewhere out just celebrating life. Something else, what's one thing that always makes you laugh? So I will start as I see you all on the screen. So we're going to start with Tessie.
Hi, my name is Tessie Ragan. I'm located in California. I am the Southern California NAFCC state rep. I'm also a co-facilitator for the Leadershaping Leaders program. I went through cohort 1, yay! And I loved that program, and I hope as it keeps going that everybody else starts to and go through it. Wonders from my career and how I see myself as an early educator. I have been doing early education since I got in the military in 2005. Don't talk about how old I am. That's rude.
Our secret.
And yes. And then I think if I could teleport anywhere, I probably would be on somebody's beach. I haven't been in a bathing suit in a while, and I think that I need to get on a bathing suit and make myself 2 times darker, and I will be happy with life.
I love it. I love it. Thank you. Thank you. Let's see. Benu.
Well, hello, everyone. I'm from California, Benu, Chhabra. I am member at large in California. Happy Provider Appreciation Day. We're so glad that you are here joining us this morning, this afternoon. I'm the NAFCC member at large, like I said. Fun fact about me is I love dancing, Indian dance, and I would really like to visit Italy. I really want to go to see the school, Reggio Emilia. So that's my dream. Hopefully I'll get to go. I've been an early childhood educator for 37 years and so glad to be here today to wish you all happy Provider Appreciation Day. Thank you.
All right, let's see, who do we have next? Let's go with Erma.
Hello, happy Providers Day. My name is Erma Jackson from Chicago, Illinois. I've been in early childhood education for 23 years. If I could teleport myself anywhere, it would be to Antarctica, because that is the only continent I have not been on. Happy Providers Day.
Oh, wow. It's cold there. So
I know. Yes. Don't want to stay there, just go there.
Okay, all right. I think I'll stay with the Sunshine State. All right, let's see, who else do we have next? DiAnne.
Well, hello, providers. My name is DiAnne Coggins. I'm in the state of Georgia. I've been in the family child care business over 19 years. A fun fact about me is that I like to golf. My role in NAFCC, I'm in my last term of state representation. I'm an LSL previous fellow, and I'm also an observer. What talent do I have? I have a green thumb. I like to garden, and my house is full of plants. And if I could teleport myself anywhere, it would be Portugal. Heard so much about it and has read so much about it as well. And something that makes me laugh is hearing young children explain things from their point of view. So that makes me crack up every day, all day.
I'm certain that's pretty interesting. I know when I used to explain things, my mom would probably look at me like, what?
From their perspective, it's really funny. So yeah, that makes me laugh all day, every day.
I love it. I love it. And then we're going to have our Yessika.
Hola, 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 buenas tardes, ¿cómo están? Felicidades hoy en nuestro día de las proveedoras de cuidado infantil. Es un gusto y un orgullo estar aquí con todos ustedes. Soy Yessika Magdaleno, estoy en el estado de California. Tengo 25 años de ser proveedora de cuidado infantil. Y una cosa chistosa de mí, pues no sé, tengo muchas cosas chistosas. ¿Qué podría ser? Déjenme pensar. Pero dentro de la organización de NAFCC, tengo el puesto se llama Member at Large. Y también he participado en el programa de Líderes Construyendo Líderes. Soy la segunda generación y estuvo muy padre ese programa. ¿Qué talento tengo? Bueno, pues tengo muchos talentos, pero uno de esos talentos que Dios me dio es poder traducir. Entonces, por eso puedo traducir las cosas al español y podérselas pasar a ustedes. Y si me pudiera transportar a alguna parte del mundo, sería al Vaticano. Ese es uno de mis sueños. Quiero ir al Vaticano, conocer, tocar, ver, sentir. Entonces, ese sería mi sueño, ir al Vaticano. ¿Y qué es lo que me hace reír? La verdad, lo que me hace reír es ver a mis hijos felices, construyendo sus sueños, yendo hacia donde Dios quiere que vayan, convirtiéndose en esas personas que Dios quiere y tener a todos esos niños a mi alrededor por estos 25 años de mi vida en el que yo he sido parte de su vida. Eso me hace reír. Gracias.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Yessika. And thank you all to all of our panelists today. So I'll just share quickly about me and who I am. As I said earlier, I am Lolita Jerido. I am the Director of Development. So think of me as the money person for NAFCC. So all of the great things that we are able to do and moving the mission forward and providing support and helping our educators be the heroes that you are. That is what my department is responsible for. So it is my true honor to be your facilitator today. So thank you all for having me, and let's just dive right in. So today I want to welcome you all to our cafe style conversation, a warm, informal, and inspiring space where real stories take the center stage. Our amazing educators will share their personal reflections on their journey, their wellness, and words to uplift and empower others. So there's no need for perfection here. We're just looking for honesty, your heart, and humanity. These voices speak with power of leadership and compassion and live experience. If you're tuning in, we would love for you to drop some love and reflections in the chat. This is a community space, and you all are an important part of that. So we're going to go over to our story circle. So I'm going to ask some couple questions, And I'll start with Benu and Tessie. So this question is for you all. What is one wellness practice, a ritual that helps you stay grounded?
Would you like me to go first? Thank you, Tessie. Thank you. My ritual is every day in the morning after I, wake up, I take a shower and I pray. And then we have an altar in our room, in our home, and where I also have my parents' pictures and my in-laws' pictures. And all my day does not begin without taking their blessings. And after that, I make my coffee and then I write good morning to our Bay Area Professional Family Childcare Network's Facebook every day, to all our educators, because all of them, everyone, inspires me every day. Thank you.
Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Tessie, what about you?
See, mine doesn't sound as adult as that. Like, I'm not, I'm a workaholic, so I tend to try and work no matter what in everything I do. So like I literally started crocheting as a way to turn my brain off. So I started crocheting and then watching The Flash at the end of the day. And then because I'm a nerd, but then it did not work out. Crochet has become a work because now I crochet presents for all my preschoolers. So we have now had to find something new to do in order to help me calm down. And I turned actually a portion of my bedroom into my library area. This is a fake library behind me because I'm not rich, so I can't afford that. But my real library area, I have my husband got me a fluffy chair, and I now have a fancy reading journal that I read and track, and I do vision boards of what I'm reading inside my book and everything. So being creative is kind of my outlet in how I wind down, and I have to turn off all my phones, and then I have to give them to my husband, or I will not stop working. So don't be like me, y'all. Don't be like me.
Note taken. Note taken. I think it's great. We all have different ways of being grounded and what that looks like, whether it's meditation and prayer. I think, Benu, you mentioned that. Tessie, I'm one, I like to play games, right? So, and I know it's not good for me at nighttime, but that Candy Crush has me in a hold. Like, it just has me like locked in. But what it does is it gives me that opportunity to really just kind of take a step back from day-to-day life, and just for a moment, I am like a superstar because I'm killing it in Candy Crush, So I get it. So thank you so much for sharing that, because I think we all have different ways of just, taking a step back and dealing with day-to-day life, right? And just being grounded within that. So we're going to go to another question. So this one is going to be for DiAnne and Yessika. What message of strength or encouragement would you share with our FCC educators? So we'll go with DiAnne. You want to go first?
Sure, that's fine.
All right.
What message of strength or encouragement?
Yes.
With others? Well, I would say, know your limits. Give yourself, grace, and step outside of the box as often as you can. Keep reinventing yourself. For encouragement, I would say, pace yourself. You don't have to do everything all today. Pace yourself, and you'll get through it. And there you'll find your strength. So that's what I would say.
Oh, I received that. Because I don't know how to pace myself. So I received that. Thank you. All right. And Yessika, what about you?
Bueno, sé que muchas de nosotras trabajamos intensamente todos los días, ¿verdad? Y trabajamos sin parar. Y eso a veces nos acaba, ¿verdad? Entonces, yo lo que quiero decir es que que nunca olviden el impacto tan poderoso que tienen cada día en sus programas, con los niños que cuidan, ¿verdad? Porque cuando los niños llegan ahí, se sientan en un lugar seguro, sino en un espacio donde son vistos, escuchados y amados, ¿verdad? Pero para que ellos puedan recibir eso, nosotras debemos de tenerlo nosotras mismas. Entonces es importante lo que dijo Benu, levantarte y orar, pedirle a Dios que te dé la fuerza necesaria. Lo que dijo Tessie, darte un tiempo para ti, olvidarte de todo lo que está a tu alrededor, darte permiso de estar contigo misma, para que cuando tú estés con esos niños, los puedas abrazar, les puedas enseñar, les puedas dar todo lo que necesitan. Y pues aunque hay días difíciles, recuerden que ustedes son la columna vertebral de la comunidad, del estado donde están y de la nación. Nosotros somos muy esenciales, aunque la gente no lo quiera admitir. Su dedicación no pasa desapercibida. Manténganse fuertes. Hay que mantenernos unidas todas, ¿verdad? Con un solo mensaje. Sigan creyendo en la hermosa labor que realizan. Juntas construimos un mundo mejor y un niño a la vez.
Thank you, Yessika. Thank you. Well, and I say, you know, we still have some time. So I had another question that I want to ask everyone here on our panelists. So we're going to do a quick round robin, right? So in one word, what are you rooted in today? Who would like to go first?
Oh my God. Mm.
Go first.
Let's go. All right.
Okay, one word I would say today would be gratefulness. And I say that because each new day offers me a chance for a new experience and a chance of getting it right. So for me, that one word is gratefulness.
Thank you.
Boil it all down to that.
Who wants to go next? Let's Benu. All right.
Feel blessed to be here among everyone here on this special day. Thank you.
Thank you for that. It's truly a special day. And every day is a special day, but today is even more so a special day. All right. Who's next?
This is Erma. I too would use that word gratefulness. Gratefulness, yes. Lots to be grateful for.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you. All right. It's coming down to Tessie and Yessika. Who wants to go?
I'll go. My word is coffee.
Tell me more.
Yes, Folgers. Folgers gets me through my day. It's coffee. Folgers in my cup.
All right. I like it.
It sounded like a commercial. I'll take it.
Right. That's energy is what I hear. I hear energy. And definitely a commitment. All right. Yessika, you're on mute. Yessika, you're next. Let's
I'm
go.
all talking over here and I'm mute. Okay. Una palabra que nos puede, con la que yo me identifico es sembradora, ¿verdad? Porque voy por todas partes sembrando esa semillita de poder, de empoderamiento, de fe, de creer. Entonces yo para mí creo que el trabajo que Dios me ha dado es el sembrar. Soy sembradora.
Thank you so much, everyone. I'm just so honored to be on a panel with you all. I would say, you know, my word is that I'm rooted in, and that is, I would say, commitment. And that is, you know, it's a commitment to myself, whether it's to be a better mother, the best mother that I could be, or the best daughter that I could be, the best wife that I can be, and even more so committed to you all, the heroes, and ensuring that everything that I do behind the scenes to get that money in, show me the money, right? In order for us to continue to move the mission forward. So I would say my word and where I'm rooted today and every day is commitment. So thank you all again for sharing. I think that that's just amazing. I was looking to see if we had anything in the chat. So we're going to open up the space and let's see if there's anyone that is chatting with us and what resonates with them today. And if not, we'll just keep chatting amongst ourselves and kind of go through this as well. So let's see what we have. All right. So I had a question, right? And that question is the message today. We've talked about, just being, our theme obviously is rooted in care and rising in strength, celebrating the resilience of wellness and empowerment. And so with today, for each of you, what resonated with you today? And what message do you think that you would carry moving forward? So if you like, whoever on the panelist wants to share that, that would be awesome.
I can go. I know with what I do, and I chose this career on purpose. So, there's always a couple of times a year where you get that outside validation that you're doing this job, because this job does not come with, awards or promotions. You kind of just work by yourself. And so when I walked out my door to go and get my kids this morning to bring them inside, the parents were standing outside and they were just ready to say thank you. And they get, again, my word of the day was coffee, but they brought me coffee. They brought me coffee. Their children gave me hugs, and all of their notes said that I was a part of their lives, that I helped with their children. And that has always been the most important thing, is that when the parents realize that I absolutely am here for them, and that the only thing that I have ever wanted to do is to help them create a lifelong learner, a critical thinker, and somebody that is going to go out there and ask questions and make the most in the world. And I am so thankful that I'm able to see a lot of these children grow up to be exactly that. I let them be themselves in my program, and they know that if somebody doesn't like their sassy self, they don't have to talk to them. And that is the best thing that I feel like I can pass on to small children, is that they, being themselves is amazing, because as y'all can see, I'm myself and and everything. But I think that makes me keep going. And it resonated with me every single year when the parents come out with their messages for me.
I love it. Thank you for sharing that. Anyone else want to share? Benu, yes.
I just want to add that what Tessie said, and also, all of us here as a family childcare educators wear many hats, more than what people wear in a week. In a day, we wear that many hats. You all here are chefs, you're nurses, you're doctors, you're, you're therapist, you are business person, CEOs of your business. And I think what gets me going is with all these years, the connections that I have made with everyone. And I think that's the beauty of family childcare. We all open our hearts when we open our homes in the morning. And I do an annual celebration. And I remember one time many years ago, one of my students' grandpa said to me, Do you know what you have created here? He says, you have created a village. And I think it takes a village. And I'm so proud to be here today in this village to everyone here today. Thank you.
Oh, that word village, I tell you, I heard it growing up, and at first I didn't really understand it, right? And until I really didn't understand it until I became a mom myself. And one of the things that brought me to NAFCC was, I think back to my time as a, when I was a young mom, right? So I think back to that time, and it was that family child care educator that stood in the gap for me. I was in school and trying to work part-time, and I tell you what, you're spot on, because everything that I couldn't be in that moment as a mother, that family child educator was. And I'm so forever grateful, because it allowed me to be able to go on and to be successful and to pursue my dream, knowing that my child was being nurtured and cared for, and developed to be, the best person that she knew how to be. And it just warms my heart. So I can't say enough of how much I know that I appreciate you all, and also the NAFCC staff as well, because you touch our lives in so many ways. Our future, our future leaders, it starts with you all. So thank you for that. So, is there anyone else that wants to share?
What it keeps me going, lo que me hace seguir adelante, es ese sueño que me puso Dios hace muchos años cuando comencé esta carrera, y ver la satisfacción de los niños, su crecimiento, su desarrollo, pero no solo eso, sino también el poder ayudar a mis compañeras, el poder apoyarlas, el poder representarlas, el poder levantar la voz, toda la advocacia que hacemos. Creo que todo eso que hacemos aquí, todas en común, ¿verdad? Es lo que nos mantiene seguir adelante. Esa fuerza de seguir adelante por unas y por las otras, y por los niños y las familias.
All right. Well, let's see. I'm looking to see if there's any more notes, any chats in there. This has been just a great time together. So I want to, since we still got a little bit more time, I'm just enjoying this conversation and this chat with you all. So what I want to do is just, there was one more question that I had for you all, and that was, you kind of touched on it. I think everyone, for the most part, has touched on it, but sharing your why, and why, knowing everything that you know about family child care, and maybe the things that you knew before you actually stepped into that role. We hear about, not being, underappreciated, and knowing the impact that you all make on society as a whole and for families. I'm just curious, what is your why? We all step into different careers. I'll share, like, I went to school I wanted to be a mathematics teacher, change senior year, and end up going to school for psychology. And then I went on to med school and became a psychiatrist, right? And that was because I felt like that was my purpose. Knowing that my mental health, and wellness is going to be key, because I'm taking on everyone else's energy, right? So, but I did that because my why was, I wanted to be the voice for the voiceless. I wanted to be able to support those who needed it most. Sometimes you have those invisible wounds. When I think about, warriors that come back from combat that's invisible, and I really wanted to be that person. So I'm curious, knowing all the challenges that were ahead of you all, as a family child educator, why did you still choose to take that journey?
I can go. This is Erma. My why is I saw in my community so many families that were disconnected. The children disconnected from the parents because the parents were so busy trying to make a living for them. And when they got in, the children were either asleep or, well, not in bed, but just anywhere. And it was any time at night that they may get in. There was a real disconnect. There were children who were begging for hugs, needed hugs from from their moms, from their dads, but they were too exhausted or otherwise occupied to give those children what they needed. So me and my big idea is I'm going to bring this thing together, and I'm going to see how many families that I can connect, that I could be a part of, and at least take some of the stress and the pressure away. And that's my why. I just needed to see cohesive families, not so many broken families. Yes.
I get it. Yeah, it's so key. It is so key to step into that. I like to call that walking in your purpose, right? And that path. So thank you for sharing that, Erma.
This is DiAnne. I'll go next.
Let's go. All right.
You ready? Okay.
I'm ready.
Well, I was just going to say that the reason I got into, my major was early childhood education and social welfare. I had a double major. But after I got out of college, there was no place for me at that time, back in that time. So I ended up being an event planner. So I planned for independent event planning with various hotel chains. I worked for all the hotel chains, and I did event planning. But at one point, my career was at the crossroads, and I saw that there was a lot of young sorors in my sorority that were having babies, and they needed childcare. So that prompted me to start my childcare business, and I've been full ever since, because they have friends that have friends that have friends. So that's exactly what happened. So I just stopped and I fell in love with the children, and helping the mothers, the young mothers, single mothers, some of them were, and it was just a good career path that I was blessed to have. It was a blessing.
I love it. Now we can't skirt by this Divine Nine. You said your sorority. What sorority is that?
Oh, Skiwi.
Oh, okay. Well, we're gonna go this way. You can't see it.
My sister is this, so yeah, my blood sister. So
I love it. Thank you so much. And that's basically what I was saying. In my story is, yes, a young mom, and needing someone to step into that role and to fill that gap. And you all do a phenomenal job. And it takes a special individual. I realized that education was not mine. I touched on it briefly and said that I changed my major. There's a reason why I changed my major, because I knew that just wasn't for me. But I think it takes a very special individual to walk that path and that journey, especially when you're talking about education. It's a lot on your back. It's a lot of responsibility. So I get it. So thank you. Is there anyone else that wants to share? Benu, let's go. You're next.
We all know that childcare is essential, and we know it's very expensive. It's the second largest bill on parents. And we know that the parents have to work extended hours. So we, as all of us here and out there who's not joining us today, open our homes for those extended hours, because there are parents who had to go to college after working, and providing that home-based environment that's much needed for our young children for their social and emotional development. So, that is very, very important. And I think that keeps me going. A lot of my parents, like all of you here as well, and my parents tell me I'm their second mom, and this is their second home. So that makes a big, difference, and it keeps me going. And every day when I wake up, think about this: what job you have or you go to, where when you step out, and then you have children coming in with hugs and lots of love. Thank you.
Thinking about those hugs, boy, they just melt your heart. All right. So we're coming to the close of our time together. I could probably keep going on, I'm certain, because I'm just enjoying this conversation. But what we have heard today was powerful. Your stories, they're full of courage and creativity and care. This is what it looks like to rise in strength and to rise together. And so I would love to invite two of our educators to offer a closing message, something to carry into the weekend and beyond. So I'm going to tap on Erma, and then I'll move over to Yessika.
My heart is full of receive grace, and then when I receive grace, it is only right for me to extend grace. What we go through on a daily basis is a lot different, but most of our, not colleagues, but the professionals in the brick and mortars and large corporations go through. They know what they're going to do every day. We don't know what we're going to open our doors to in the mornings when our families come in. So instead of just complaining and judging, my thing now is to extend grace and try to understand and find ways to help. That's my word for the weekend.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And Yessika, you want to close us out?
Sí, solo quiero decir, para cerrar, que quiero recordarles a todas ustedes que están ahí afuera, las que nos están escuchando, que somos una pieza fundamental en el desarrollo y bienestar de los niños, en las familias en las que servimos. Su entrega, su amor, su profesionalismo marcan la diferencia todos los días en lo que hacen. Sigamos adelante con fuerza, unidas y con pasión por esta hermosa labor del cuidado de niños en casas. Gracias por todo lo que hacen y nunca olviden el valor enorme que tienen. Muchas gracias.
Thank you. Well, we've come to the end. This has been a dynamic conversation. I just want to say thank you again for being here, for all the ways that you all show up for their children and their families. We see you, we appreciate you, and we are so proud to walk alongside of you. And on behalf of the National Association of Family Child Care, NAFCC, we extend our deepest gratitude to you on this Provider Appreciation Day. Rooted in care, rising in strength, this year's theme speaks directly to who you are and all that you do. Every day you create nurturing spaces for children to grow and families to thrive, and communities are strengthened. Your resilience in the face of challenges, your unwavering commitment to wellness, and your power to uplift others define the very heart of family child care. You are not only educators, and we've kind of touched on this, you are leaders, you are healers, you are advocates, and you are change makers. And today we honor the full depth of your work and your whole selves. So thank you for showing up with love and with strength and with a vision for a brighter future. Enjoy the rest of your Provider Appreciation Day. You deserve to be celebrated all year long. Stay rooted, keep rising, And don't forget, take care of yourself too. Have an amazing day.
Thank you.
Thank you. Gracias.
Thank you. See you at the conference. See you in Dallas in July.
That's
Bye.
right.
Yes.
Thank you.